Before I get started on this video, just to clarify that this will be a shorter essay than my other pieces of work, as coming off my latest essay was creatively inducing and I do want a tiny break from really thinking hard about games for a moment. During the week, I finalized my last video. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 was shadow dropped, and I don't have any attachment or nostalgia towards the older CODs, as I was younger nor not interested in playing those games. Not necessarily because I thought they were bad or whatever, but at the time it wasn't something that I was interested in. I was playing other peaks like the Garden Warfare series at the time, but I've heard so many great things about these two games and I wanted to give it a go to give into the hype, and oh man, do I love the multiplayer experiences of both so freaking much. Although I'll be talking mostly about the Black Ops 2 multiplayer more as opposed to the Black Ops 1, since collectively the Black Ops 2 multiplayer is better than the Black Ops 1 multiplayer, but they are both good. So Black Ops 2 multiplayer is fantastic because you must have a brain to play the game. It teaches you to take it slow, take cover, and think more methodically about what you are going to do next and where the enemy player could be next. It's like having actual military tactics, which is pretty cool. I played a little bit of Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and put most of my time into the new Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. It was almost like a withdrawal, and it's kind of crazy to say, but it was almost like a withdrawal. You no longer could tactical sprint, run around, or extremely prone extremely quick, and I had to adjust to that playstyle. When I entered my first few games of Black Ops 2, I was doing so poorly. I kept dying a ton and going out in the open because I thought I could win like how I did before. But here, it's a different ball game of taking it slow and actually thinking, which got me thinking. Newer CODs reward a faster playstyle and punish the slower gameplay that older CODs rewarded. It was almost like a shell shock moment, but I did get well acquainted with Black Ops 2 as I got familiar with the pick 10 option, and I thought that was pretty nice as you are decently limited to what you can carry. So if you prioritize more using the wild cards, then you have to sacrifice a perk or attachment. You actively had to choose what will be your strong and weak points are. I personally don't use throwables too often, so I replace them with wild cards instead. The guns also feel extremely well balanced. I know it's a crazy concept to not have one or two guns rule a whole entire game, but when you have a game where any gun is viable, then it becomes dramatically more funner since you're not at a complete disadvantage with using a gun that you thought was nice. I personally love the SMG and AR classes, so playing with a different section of guns forces you to use them increasingly more to get a better feel for the gun and upgrade them, in a sense that the more you use a gun, the more attachments you unlock to improve some of the setbacks that a certain weapon has. It encourages variety, which, like I mentioned before, isn't a big deal since you're not at a disadvantage with using any other gun in the game. So you're free to use whatever you want for however long you want to. Plus, I feel like every single gun feel like you're actually shooting a high caliber weapon. This is great game design. For score streaks, I don't have them too often. I mean, occasionally I might get one or two, but I don't like get it too often. It's definitely really challenging to get to the higher kill streaks, but it does pay off extremely well by being an insta kill pretty much most of the time. I mean, like I always get a kill with them, so I don't know how counterable they are. Maybe they are countable. I just haven't like really had anybody counter mine, so yeah. But as for the maps, I completely get the love for older maps, as learning the maps was important to win matches. If you know the best spots where enemies are most likely to pop up, then it will be a easier time opposed to not knowing the map layout, so you don't know what to expect and enemies will be able to get the drop onto you that much quicker. There were so many times where I got in lucky kills purely because it looked like they didn't know that someone would be right there, which is why I use cover often, because they just don't expect me to be there. So but anyways, one of my favorite maps is Hijacked, purely because it is made for close combat in mind. You can get into engagement within seconds, and there is some spaces to hide, but you get gunned down immediately if you go out in the open and just think that you can just do whatever you want there, just like the newer COD games where like you're kind of not punished for not taking cover. Another one of my favorites is Plaza, as it is more open and you can get away with being in the open a few times, but it still prioritizes using corners to your advantage with the dark environment of the map, dance room being lit up, or on the side area with the stores. But then the DLC maps is just, oh my goodness. You have Nuketown, Mirage, Grind, Hydro, Encore, Studio, Virgo, Rush, Lord, you spoil me. Map department knew what to do when making great maps, and the best part, they are all visually stunning, and at least to me, I feel like they was extremely fun to play on. I love the DLC maps. So do I think Black Ops 2 deserved the praises it's get? Absolutely. I don't think people dislike the newer CODs because they are nostalgia blind. It's because older CODs were actually fun and well balanced for everyone to be on the same even playing field. Nowadays in newer CODs, they inject so many different skill-based matchmaking, monetization schemes, and make it so fast-paced for you to get that quick dopamine rush each time you enter a match that if you're not with the times, you genuinely are so lost or it's too easy for you. With older CODs like Black Ops 2 though, there is no strings attached. If you are good at the game, then you will be a teaching moment for newcomers who are coming to the game for the first time, like me, to, well, as they say, get good. Unfortunately, as the time I am writing this, some people discover how to cheat in the PlayStation side of Black Ops 2 and I believe Black Ops 1, but I haven't seen it widespread in my lobbies luckily, so I just hope that Activision can make a patch to fix their game, as a game like this shouldn't get ruined by cheaters. It's an art that I'm finally happy to experience after all of these years.